Hello, welcome back to the Marquette Public Library audio series. Today we will be reading Of My Travels by Zkaloms. He is an old player that is no longer on the Rulercraft server. His book series is of 4 volumes. All 4 you can be found at the Marquette Public Library for your reading, if you like to read it on your own. Let's get started. Today is a special day. Today I begin to set out for adventure and explore this world. I have done this many times before, but I never have I recorded my expeditions. Today I do so. Starting my journey, I embark from Rome, my home city, a glorious capital, home of the Romans, my own people. I begin to march north. I embark on a small boat by the port of Orston. From there, I begin to sail northwards as I reach the first destination, Florence. I realize it is sparsely populated. Not much has been built here. A large wheat field farm is the only landmark visible. I continue on. Hugging the coast, I arrive at the port of Turin. This is the capital of Italy, the mighty kingdom of the Mediterranean. I hop off my sailboat and continue on foot towards the mighty city. Turin has a train station that links to the port to the city. However, it did not have a cart at the time and I was forced to walk. I imagine taking the terminal takes less time. I hope to use it in the future. Reaching Turin, I am shocked by the massive scale of this city. It is truly an Italian city, linked with Italian-looking buildings and street. Most impressive may be the Capitol Parliament House, as it sports the Nationale Assembly, or the meeting place of the Italian government. As I tour these streets, I see a rendition of the Pantheon, built by yours truly. Although never finished, the dome has yet to be done. I promised King Milk Bottle of Italy that I would get it done eventually. I just have been really busy with my own city. I depart from Turin, a grand city to be sure, and then continue west. I have to hug the coast to reach the land of the Franks, Gaul, or as it's known by another name, France. This land was once part of the most powerful empire on the server, before the Great Crisis happened and destroyed this nation. My first stop in the small town of Provenance, hugging the coastline, I reach it no time. A small hamlet, not public, it sports a lighthouse and some fields of grain. I pass it by. Before reaching the larger city, I stumble across a settlement named Zacht. As I look across the sea, I see the larger city of Ludia, the gem of Hispania. It sits between the border of Spain and France. It is the gateway between the two countries. I do not stay long, but it is a very nice town, filled with great layout and structure. Some impressive building features the temple in the north and the den of the homeless man, or a man who lives in a cave to be more precise. Nevertheless, I continue onwards to the west. As I reach the great city of the southern Gaul, I am amazed to learn that it's still considered a hamlet. This must be due to the fact that when the Second French Republic collapsed, Bordeaux was hit the hardest. After the failed attempt at war, the leader rage quit, and it was the smaller member that had to pick up the pieces. He did manage to hold most of it together, though, so what is still stands is likely what had stood in its heyday. It is an impressive town, with the classic Frankish architecture. Simple wood and cobblestone features are common throughout it and boasts an impressive Frankish church. I leave the town knowing it is in capable hands. Finally, I reach the gem of the Franks, the crown jewel of north of Gaul, of the impressive city of Normandy. This was by all means the most impressive and largest in the city in the old French Empire, and it still stands here. today as a testament to the power and organization of that once mighty empire. Normandy is a city-state, that is to say, although a city in the British Empire, it could stand by itself as its own small nation-state. Among its residents over 30, it is a monument of the Franks. As its heyday, it sported over 60 people, and still today my Normandy Manor House I built for them when I was a resident here. But that was a long time ago, before the Great Wars and before the fall. Normandy, in fact, sports two separate cities. Well, one city and one town. The Limmer town, as it was once called, is the town outside the walls of the city of Normandy. It is impressive in its own right, as it comes with a castle and the Grand Norman Town Hall. I can imagine the meetings held in this once mighty assembly. The city is, of course, the original Norman city. It is shaped as a large square with the well-sized walls that protect the people living inside. Once the gem of the Franks, it still stands as a formidable city. The docks are a marvel to behold, both in the west of Lumentown and the western side of Normandy. One place of interest is the lair of Darth Vader 3231. A grave monument is set in the center, and you can see the home of a once resident of this empire. As I leave this place and journey north, I am reminded of the city of Paris. I hope to one day venture there, but my travels compel me to go north into the land of the Celts and Angles and Saxons, the Isle of Britain. I hope to venture here, and then to the east, as I see the lands of the Germans and the Slavs, and then to the Greeks, and then the Empire of Mugi. I have a long way to go, and a great journey ahead of me. End of Book 1. Thank you for listening to the Marquette Public Library audio series. Hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day.